My name is Ronit. I come from Israel. I'm a physical therapist and a craniosacral therapist. And I would also add that my father is a doctor, is a vascular surgeon, and my mother is a nurse. My sister is a speech therapy. I'm from a very medical family. What brought me to Qigong is a diagnosis of rheumatoid arthritis that started 3 years ago. Within 3 months, I was bedridden with pains all over my body, all the joints, 24 hours, not being able to move from the bed to the kitchen, not being able to be a mother to my daughter, you know, the whole story. Like something really, really severe. I was told it's very severe rheumatoid arthritis. I tried to avoid medication because it's for lifetime, I was told. Tried so many things for 6 months, every alternative, diets, a lot of things. It didn't work. And I started taking medication. I had allergies, side effects. They're very, very strong medication that suppress the immune system. And then a friend brought me to a retreat in Israel that Mingtong was holding. And being a therapist for 30 years, and I also was teaching Tai Chi and Qigong before other kinds of Qigong, I immediately knew that this, if I have a chance, that this was it. And I also knew that my situation is so severe that I needed to come here for a month long. 5 days won't do it. You know, I've been a therapist for 30 years. I've been all over the world. I spent a year in China. I've been so many places. I met so many healers. And I never met someone that really understands in deep healing in all levels of the human being as I met with Mingtong in this place. I considered this place a temple of love and wisdom, deep wisdom. And the love bit was so crucial to my healing. And then every 3 days, I took off 1 milligram. Today is my last day of 1 milligram. And what enabled it to happen is such an intensive, deep practice and such an amazing support that my body just started getting vital again. And what I did, except for the practice, for the physical practice and the energetic practice, I worked a lot with what we call 3As, the acceptance, like really going into the body and feeling the pain. And I realized so many things in this month that after 30 years of my own therapy, I knew the story, but I didn't know how it disconnected. Every joint that was aching was a disconnection. I came here, I was literally living up here, and only half of my brain, the left brain, was working. Because when you go in and you feel your body, you suddenly start to understand what's going on. And I had a jet lag coming here, so I woke up at 3 o'clock, and that continued the whole month. So I used these 2 hours, 3 hours until I woke up to just be deeply in my body and to feel and to accept the pain. And this whole lineage, you know, my mother comes from Morocco. She was sexually abused as a child, and that was very common in Morocco then. And she made sure nobody will touch us. When I was little, I had a haircut like Mingtong, very, very short, so I won't be too beautiful and too attractive. I didn't know all this. I discovered this, you know, in my therapy. And her toughness and her dominance and her trying to protect me, because she was, you know, she was a child then. She didn't have any chance of awareness of any, you know, she was surviving. They ran away from Morocco to Israel, and it's a long story, but she had it tough, and she didn't get a chance to do what I'm doing. And I discovered all this toughness in my body and all this protection in my body, and that trying to protect, and I became, I just sucked it in. And when I had my child 9 years ago, I was producing the same thing. And then I became a doer, left brain, trying to protect, and she was so ill. So it was perfect, for the left brain and the fear and this whole male-female energy was so distorted in my body. And actually, I'm not addressing at all the rheumatoid arthritis. And that's the big thing. When I was at home, I was obsessed with to take this drug, not drug. How can this is painful, I want the pain to go. How can I heal it? I can't heal it. I was fearful, I was depressed, I was hopeless. I couldn't believe that's me, All my life I'm doing Tai Chi and Qigong and healing and body work, and how did this happen to me? And then this month, I forgot about, I'm not going back with rheumatoid arthritis. I'm going back with this the masculine side of my heart. I felt such a pain there that I understood that hatred and protection, we're only hurting ourselves. And it's so hard. My mind doesn't catch it. How can a 9-year-old child that was abused, how can she forgive? How can she come back to trust in life? I didn't figure that out yet, but my body is telling me, if you don't let go of that hatred, and if you don't forgive, you're going to be ill for the rest of your life. And I felt it. It's not a thinking. So, I have, because I'm on very little steroids, I still have a bit of symptoms. It's not over yet. There's so much work to do in that body. And I can walk, I can jump, I can dance, I can even sleep better. Now I have to wake myself up to do this night practice that I want to do. My digestive system is better. I had another arthritis called Qigong, in which you have a dryness in your mouth. I had a dryness in my mouth for 10 years, and now the saliva is coming back. This thumb could not bend, could not flex for 2 years. So now it's flexing. There's so many things. I can give you a whole list. Sunday, I got off the last milligram of medication. And it takes like a week for the steroids to kick off. So all the last week of the 1 milligram and 2 milligram, and Sunday and Monday, and then half of yesterday, I had suddenly more pain. And this is why I stayed another week, because I knew, now I feel I'm ready for the month, because I'm off the medication. But anyway, and I was really, I was a bit tensed about how it will be, and my parents are calling, is it over, is it over? They don't understand anything what's going on. And then last night, I don't know what happened in the healing session, but in the middle of the night, I woke up with this immense pain in my heart, in my right side of my heart. And what I did all month, I just stayed with it for 2 hours. I just go in and be with it, and there was such a big release, all my upper back and neck, and then I woke up and got up, and I'm almost pain-free. And it's just the last day, it's waited for the last day to check if I'm trusting or something like that.